What up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, Dap Universal. I'm Dap. So, what are people realizing about you? And my idea behind it was an idea of maybe what they assumed about you versus how you really are. And then somehow those two ideas merge together and we come up with an idea of maybe what they're realizing. So what they're realizing may not be the objective truth, but it's somewhere in the middle between what they assume and how you really are. So we'll kind of dive into those three aspects of yourself. So all you got to do is relax, look at the screen. You should see two piles to pick from. So my idea was colors, those opposites. That's why you have a male and a female, 1 and 2, pink and blue. So the idea here is duality with the choices. So pile number 1 is pink or the pot tarot, pink or the pot tarot. And pile number 2 is blue or the Aquarian tarot. So you can either pick a color, you can either pick by color or you can pick by the Aquarian tarot or the pot tarot, whichever one appeals to you, or the pictures that you see with the male or the female. But let's get into it. But before we start, though, just do me a favor, please. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. It's a good time and it's free. But let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Pile number 1. So I'll be explaining what those cards are as we go along. I'll still be clarifying with Pot Tarot and also this Panther Oracle and whatever else I feel like doing, because you never know with me. I'll just be doing stuff. Like right now, I feel like rolling some dice. I'm just kind of get the energy of maybe you don't be this sign or this placement in astrology, but it describes the energy of like maybe what's going on around you. In essence. Let's start off there. Off the bat, the Sun card does represent who you like, your actual energy, but what it is, not objectively, but objectively, that's who you are, the Sun. So you could be a Leo, and as I say that, we roll Pluto and Leo in the 9th house. So you could also be a Scorpio or Sagittarius. You don't have to though. But the thing that's coming in the strong is like someone with a strong energy, somebody with a really powerful presence. This is what you give off. It's like you're a ball of energy or a ball of light, but you're also, even when you're not in most positive of moods, even that energy of yours, it comes across as very intense. So you could have Scorpio somewhere on your chart, heavy placements. You may have a Pluto in Scorpio as well. But it's something about you that's just very intense. And everything you do is passionate. You don't really do anything lackadaisical or just kind of you really make people sometimes feel like it's a bit too much. And sometimes you intimidate people because some people just don't have the passion for just about for anything. It's like you put passion in going to the grocery store. It's just one of those people. You just have a lot of energy. But the Pluto in Leo energy in the 9th house, this would be somebody who is spiritual but not afraid of, say, flaunting their spirituality or living their truth, maybe on a platform or maybe being a leader in something spiritual or in the church or something like that. It's like somebody who teaches it as well. It's the Sunday school teacher. It's the tarot reader on YouTube. It's all that. It's somebody who understands higher levels of consciousness or these philosophical ways of thinking, but not just understands them, but likes to teach it back to the world. It's like something about it's being this part of your path. And so I feel like for a lot of people who resonate with that probably grew up in the church and religion and have to somehow break out of it in a sense and take sense of your own truth, so to speak, what feels right to you. But that's who you really are, the Sun card. You're pure joy and energy for the most part. But what did they assume about you? They assume that you was the 5 of joints or the 5 of wands, which is somebody who likes conflict or somebody who is either in competition. I'm getting competition. So this may be somebody who thought that y'all was in competition, but you may not have even thought that. You didn't think about being in competition with people. It's like they may have been in competition with themselves or something, but it's like this is somebody who tries to keep up with you or tries to one-up you or something like that. And you may not even notice this person. They know who you are, and they definitely put their energy into either copying you or trying to match your energy or something like that. And you used to know who this person was, you'd probably be like, who? Baby, who was that? You're just not really paying no attention. But that's for somebody. But like for other people, it feels like maybe somebody, if you're close to these people, or it's like a group, because it feels like a group situation, like a friend group or something like that, or people that you've known in the past or something. It's like they may see you as kind of chaotic or kind of dramatic a lot of times. And it would make sense because I feel like you are dramatic. I feel like you probably are. I have the star in reverse. Which is funny because the sun and the star, this is Aquarius energy. Sun comes up, which is Leo energy. Those are opposites. So there's a sense of like, maybe you may have Aquarius and Leo both in your chart at the same time. I'm a Leo rising and an Aquarius sun. You may have something like that going on. But the star in reverse is, they kind of saw you as somebody who maybe isn't as deep as you actually are. And I think they're realizing that. They may have known you before you stepped into yourself and stepped into your power or something like that. And that's how they remember you. And now they're realizing, oh, this you're not the same. Maybe you've grown, you have elevated into something else. And those people who used to know you may still try to put you in that box that you don't even fit in no more. But I feel like that will be the thing that they're realizing. It's like I also see the nine of this is clarifying that again. The nine of pipes or the nine of swords is what that really is. And that's going to get us into like what the next card is. So the next card talks about how you see yourself. So they see you as the five of wands, which is kind of chaotic. Oh, that's my competition, or that's somebody who they are combative, or all that other shit. But the nine of swords comes up, or nine of pipes comes up, and you see yourself as somebody who is anxious and nervous. You actually don't feel like the sun a lot of days. You don't feel like you're in competition with nobody. You sometimes, most days, you probably just around here living your life, trying to keep your head above water, doing what you need to do. People don't see you as that. People don't see you as just like out here doing just that. But like, I think that's how you see yourself. You see yourself as I'm just doing the best I can with what I got. I'm not no special. I'm not doing nothing more than what everybody else is doing, right? You're not paying attention to other people. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing because they like people around you don't see you the way that you see you. Most people around you see you as somebody who's actually kind of impressive, somebody who's actually they got their shit together. They have a good head on their shoulders. You may not be exactly where you want to be, but people see you as going somewhere. And you may look at yourself as a nervous wreck. I'm not where I need to be. I thought I'd be somewhere else by now. Or you see yourself as a nervous wreck sometimes, and people don't see that in you. They just don't. They see you as dramatic as hell, but they don't see you as anxious or nervous as much as you are. Because I see the Seven of Pentacles as well, which kind of talks about having patience. So you are sowing the seeds and doing the thing that you need to do to create some sustenance in your life, structure in your life, something that you can depend on. It's sustainability. You are creating that. You are. It ain't time to harvest it yet, but you are. And I feel like you don't see your progress as much as other people see it because of your situation. You're kind of in it. But a lot of people see how far you've come and the things that you try to create, the things that you have manifested. So I think you see yourself in almost a lower light than other people see you. I think people see you in a higher light, or put you, even the people who don't like you, they still put you up on a pedestal in a sense that they're trying to compete with you, so to speak. It's like even the people, even your haters look at you in a better light than you see yourself. That's crazy. The sun comes up again. All right. So the last card that we pull in the pre-shuffle is the Ace of Pipes or the Ace of Swords. This is more so what they're coming to realize about you, what people are realizing about you. The Ace of Swords speaks of a smart cookie, someone with clarity, someone with intuition, someone with insights, and someone who has something to say and people want to hear it. So you may not think of yourself as somebody who is ready for that, but it's like you are, you really are. You have 9 swords there. The 9 swords isn't a beautiful card. No, it does speak of having a lot of experience. It's weary of the world because it's seen some shit. It's been through some stuff, and an experience, even the negative experiences, it's still worth its weight in gold because you're given something beautiful in every challenge that you go through, every obstacle and adversity that you make your way out of or through. It becomes a learning experience and it becomes a teaching moment for someone else as well because you get to call it out, you get to speak on it because ain't nobody gonna sit here and listen to somebody who ain't been through what they talking about. I can't trust you to sit here and know what the fuck you're talking about if you ain't never been through nothing. But if they know you've been in the dark, they know you've been in places where you didn't know how you can get out of it, and it resonates with the people, it's like that is the teaching moment. But that is worth its weight in gold. That is the summit because you can help people through it in ways that you weren't helped through it. It's like leaving this earth in a better place than it was when you found it. End of the day, it is healing the world just by telling your story, by being authentic in who you are and telling your story unapologetically is the thing that heals the world. You ain't got to do nothing more than that. It's that simple. But I say it's that simple, but it's like you have to be so self-aware in order to get to that place and I feel like I can do that. And it's like call number 1 isn't as self-aware as they could be because it's like when your haters look at you in a higher light than you do, they put you on the pedestal of competition and you over here like not seeing none of that shit or not feeling none of that. It's about self-awareness. It's like you are already so powerful. You are so ready to speak your truth and be that thing. No more waiting, especially if you're out here. I do want to be somebody who's a mentor or a healer or a leader or have something of my own in the spiritual community or whatever. Write that book. I want to have to be a voice to this certain community. It's like you already are. It's because you want to be there. That means you already have some kind of experience, some kind of issue that calls you to it. So it's like start doing it now. You are. People don't see you as you see yourself as not ready. And if that's the case, there's something to say about never. If you are waiting to get to a place where you are ready, you'll never get anything done. Sometimes you just gotta suck and just start it because everybody is rough at something when they first started, right? Let yourself be bad. Give yourself room for that. That's how it works. That's how everything works. There's not many things that you just did not suck at when you first started. Really. So don't punk yourself out. Let's pull one of these crystal gemstone cards, see what comes up, and I'll close it out. We'll move on to pile number 2. All right, so we have the dolomite. The dolomite. It's an ugly little gemstone, isn't it? There's like some brains. It's not that I want, but it has a message for you. It says, have you wanted to do something creative? Are you feeling artistic? Let your inspiration flow and generate your insight into manifest reality. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a nice meal, a pretty garden, an amazing photograph, or some sewing project. Regardless, now is the time to produce it. It will bring you fulfillment and purpose. That's right on par with what we was talking about. On the back, there's an affirmation, and I love affirmations because they do wonders to rewire your brain, all that negative bullshit that we are addicted to all day. Here's something good for that. It says, Archangel Gabriel, I relax my mind, body, and spirit to meditate regularly. Great ideas are constantly flowing into my mind, and it is easy to fulfill and follow through on creative thoughts and manifest my reality. I take enthusiastic action, and I am productive by being by the bone. So if you're watching this when it's recorded, I got to do it. I can't help myself. What am I going to do? If you got spirit, what spirit got you? Oh, blessings in all we do. Bye. What up, pile number 2? So this is looking at what are people realizing about you, right? What are people realizing about you? And it's a fun little reading where we look at the objective you, like how you really are, versus how people are, what they assumed about you, versus how you perceive yourself, and then also what are they coming to the conclusion to. So basically, what they're realizing about you isn't necessarily the truth. It's a mix somewhere between how you think that you are versus what they assumed about you, and like words together. So you'll see what I mean. You shall see what I mean. I did a little pre-shuffle. We're using the Aquarian tarot because it's the only blue tarot. So, but the emperor that comes up in the pre-shuffle at the top, that is actually your energy. That is objectively who you are, what vibes that you act like, who you actually are. And the emperor is a very masculine energy, right? It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It just means that you are very much a boss. It's very structured. The emperor is about structure and rules and having a certain sense of discipline, right? But I do want to roll these dice though before we get too much far into the tarot to also kind of add to that energy of what you could be doing, just the energy around you or of who you are. And I see Uranus and Sagittarius in the second house. That's an interesting energy. So Uranus is Aquarius, by the way. So it's like you could be an Aquarius, don't have to be or have it in your chart, as well as Sagittarius, obviously, and the second house is Taurus. So you can have any of those placements: Taurus, Sagittarius, Aquarius, all that comes up. But let's break down that energy though. So Uranus is the energy or the planet of a radical change. It's movements. It's whenever we are rejecting or rebelling against the status quo and doing something different. Shakeups. It's also huge surprises, like things that we didn't see coming. It can be that kind of thing too. Uranus loves to do that. But in Sagittarius, that would be a radical shift or change in consciousness, because Sagittarius also represents a higher mind or a higher consciousness is leveling up that way. It could also be someone having a spiritual awakening, but like Dark Night of Soul kind of way, where it's like, think of Uranus as Tower card. It's an energy of like, boom, oh shit, I wasn't ready. And Sagittarius, all it wants to do is expand and grow its consciousness and understanding and awareness. It craves knowledge, right? So it's like saying, in the rudest way, you may have been pushed into a spiritual awakening or pushed into this new way of seeing the world, seeing. In the second house, your values, your morals, so your money. Some people could have experienced a windfall. Like all of a sudden, boom, I got money now. Like, oh my God. In a surprising way. It could also work the opposite way, where it's like, boom, I don't know what happened to my money. But really, it feels more like the first way. Like, if it's anything about money, oh my God. Like with that, it would be in a positive way, because of Sagittarius is like, it's a very bit benefic planet or sign, because it's about luck and optimism. It's a blessing. And the second house is kind of like that too. I see it more as positive, something that led you to like riches, a good job or a better paying job that came out of nowhere, something like that. It's like that. So that your energy is somebody who is very determined, someone who has a lot of willpower, somebody who knows how to focus long enough to get something done. How people perceive you though is the world in reverse. So the world in reverse though is kind of interesting, because I can see how that plays to the Emperor card, but maybe in a more negative way. People's assumptions of you is that you are ambitious in the bad way. Oh, you a shark. Oh, you will do anything to get a bag. You don't even care. You just selfish with it. Some people call you selfish because you're self-focused, or like trying to build yourself up or trying to get the things that you need. Some people have called you selfish in the past just because you have been focused on yourself and not catering to them. That's the thing. So, like, world in reverse in this context is of the world. Is what people have assumed about you. Also, see the Ten of Swords in reverse, clarifying that. Like, and sometimes that energy of maybe you may be kind of blunt. Sometimes, maybe a rather blunt person. I don't feel like this power has too much of a hard time saying no. People like those people pleasing people like, I just can't say no. No, you don't have that problem at all. Like, you be like, I'm good. I can't. Sorry. Maybe you used to have a hard time saying no, but not these days. Because you have hurt somebody's feelings being like, I can't. Why? I don't know. So somebody's just sitting there laughing their ass off because of somebody. But I mean, some people are taking great offense because you haven't been just their disposal. And it kind of gives me the vibes of maybe you weren't always like that. Maybe you were always at somebody's beck and call. Maybe you were over giving to a certain extent to somebody, to some people, and when you pull back, oh, how dare you? How dare you get a life? Really upset about it. Yeah, the judgment card, judging the hell out of you for it. Like, oh, so they good at it. Oh, so now you got kind of shit. They bothered. So, and the tower comes up. We've been talking about the card. I didn't try to do that. It just looked up there. So it may have this new way of thinking, because remember this whole kind of spread is by the new you, in a sense. Like with that Uranus and Sagittarius in the second house, my self-worth has changed, it's elevated. I'm different. I'm not the same person. I can say no now and not feel bad. Unapologetic. It's big for a lot of people. So it may have caused a lot of disruptions in your relationships. It may have caused a lot of, say, friction or something. Like it feels like you had to let some people go that you may not necessarily want to let go. Like it may have hurt the hell out of you too. But it's like them selfish ass people like kind of like kick themselves out. You know what I'm saying? Like it hurts your feelings just as well. Is what I'm saying. And how are you viewing yourself though? Because like remember the truth of who you are as the emperor. You have all the tools, all the resources to be who you need to be. Make shit happen. You have the focus and you have the structure and you have the willpower. But the thing is, right? The thing is, you see yourself as a Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You see yourself as maybe on your way to getting your abundance or being that idealized sense of comfort. Because the Nine of Pentacles upright to me is the idealized version of just success and comfort. Like, I did it, boom, on my own, self-made kind of shit, and attractive while I do it. It's like that. But in reverse, it can be like you don't feel like you're that. So it's like it keeps you ambitious, and it's not true. It's just a perception. Like, I feel like Nine of Pentacles is one of those cards. Five of Pentacles is more of a mindset than an actual like thing, like an actual fact. Because Five of Pentacles also speaks of mindset. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse, to me, can be like insecure. Like where you are, it's like feeling like there's never enough. Not taking the time to be grateful for all the beautiful things. It's like everyone further to go. It's like even if you actually surpass your goals, right? You're not just gonna roll over and die. You're gonna want to elevate that. It's like, oh damn, I didn't think I was gonna do this. Well, how can we do even better? That's how human beings work. So we don't die. So we don't do anything. There's nothing wrong with that, but we do have to balance it out with some gratitude and a moment of just saying, I'm proud of myself. I'm grateful for this. I'm happy where I'm at. We still got some growing to do because that's what we do. But like, thank God for where I am at. It does wonders, and it also it puts you on a vibration that allows more blessings. When you're cool and happy and grateful for where you are, no matter where you are, you tell the universe, you tell God, okay, I'm cool with where I'm at. I'm thankful and I'm just so blessed and happy. Like that vibration is what opens you up to more success. If you can't handle where you're at now, I can't be grateful for that. Why would you get any more? That's not the point. And we all know that, but sometimes we just need to hear it. Sometimes we just need to hear it. Keep doing good. Be grateful. Let a lot of people around you who aren't doing half as good and they wish they were you. So, but the last part that comes up was about what the Five of Swords. I'm sorry, Five of Wands. This is what people are coming to the conclusion of. So this is what they're realizing about you. So maybe you're not the world in reverse so much like a shark, someone who's just of this world, somebody who's just so ambitious that they want to get what they want and selfish about it. No, but you are competitive as hell. So they say that you are somebody who will put up a fight for what they want, whether it's creating your own lane or in a market or in a situation where there are a lot of people going after the same type of thing, and you will stand out and you're not afraid of a little bit of competition. I think in pile one, that was just minding y'all's business. Now, pile number two, I feel like it's not that you're actively competing against somebody. It's like saying, maybe on YouTube, I have to do something to stick out in my videos. Otherwise, I'm just going to get lost in the sea, right? It's not about competing against anybody on one level. No, it's about trying to get yourself to stick out, be memorable. And you are memorable. You do that, and you're not afraid to be that. So how don't you think that you are like this Nine of Pentacles more so, which is beautiful, abundant, and has everything that you need, even if it's just like, say, in traits and skills. Pentacles isn't just like material things. Pentacles represent traits as well, skills as well. You are abundant in them. You have a whole toolbox that you can like go through. Like, shit, I can do that. It's like a jack of all trades in a sense. It's like a jack of all trades. But the Five of Wands says like people go from you as like say that dishonest or like that super negative, like sharky kind of energy, ambitious energy, into just somebody, oh, they just know how to play the game. They play like they just know how to play the game. They play it well. There ain't nothing wrong with them to play the game. If you got it in you, it's your good. I see the hangman in reverse with that five of wands and the eight of wands. And the most beautiful thing about you though is that when something doesn't work out or something you can tell, it's almost like you can sense it. If you all right, I ain't put all my eggs in this basket. Mm-mm. You may even not really know why. It just don't feel right. You'd be probably good in like stock market doing finances or like that kind of thing because it's like something about your intuition works in a way where it's like what's worth putting your investments into, what's worth investing your time into before you just gotta pull out and go somewhere else. You don't sit there and linger on an idea and the idea is not working. So many people get invested on an idea that they have that does not work and they just sit there waiting for it to work and it never works. You don't do this. Try some shit out. It hits it. Don't move it on. Quickly with the eight of wands. Quickly. That's a skill. That's a talent. That is a talent. You don't let your own ego get in the way of your success, and that's what's going to make you successful, if not already. You have the humility and you can be humble enough to sit there and admit, this ain't working. You know, I thought it was going to work, but it don't. Next, and you move the fuck on. That's beautiful. Not everyone has to do that. Some people have too much pride to do that. The emperor gets a bad rap for having too much pride, but not you. It gives me big dick energy, but in heels. But that's all I really got for you. I'm gonna read you one of these affirmations that I did it for number one. I have this crystal gemstone deck, and we're gonna close it out just like that. Oh, there we go. All right, so we have the charoite, a beautiful stone. Unlike pile number one stone, but the charoite is pretty. Right? It says, "Are you finding life out of control? Do you need to sort out exactly what's going on to get to the reason for the chaos? Take time to go within and call on the Ascendant Master, Spirit Guides, and Angels to provide you with the inspiration you need to transform your life." On the back, it says, Archangel Raziel. I have deep understanding of myself and the circles around me. I am aligned with the divine. I'm profoundly clairvoyant and extremely intuitive. I clearly comprehend the details of everything that is set before me, and I feel peacefully empowered. Amen. I'm gonna do it once on the last. I don't do this on the live stream, like on live, like